John Tocho, good to see you, John. Good morning, Dr. Brewer. Watching, listening as I have my first OGTT ever. Well, thank you so much for getting it. Really looking forward to the results. After 4 years of low carb, borderline A1C, it's discovery time. For the latest in health-related information and ways to save your life, check out the newsletter. So John, be very careful how you interpret it. I have some of the best, smartest patients that know a lot more than most docs. They get that. They look at the lab interpretation and the lab says, well, you're normal, but they weren't. And here's the problem. If 90% of people have prediabetes and it's not acknowledged, the lab is just looking at 2 standard deviations. Not even 2 standard deviations. So the lab is saying, oh, you're normal, when you may not be, when you may be causing plaque from failed carb metabolism. And you're bringing up another great point. I got to mention it. Thank you so much. You know, the AACE, American Association of Clinical Endocrinologists, and the ACE, American College of Endocrinology, both say, don't diagnose diabetes using A1C. If they've said it once, they've said it 1,000 times. It's in writing. And what did docs say that they diagnose diabetes with? A1C. And what do they really diagnose it with? Fasting glucose, which they, just happen to get for some other reason. It's just so frustrating. The number one cause of problem here, and our medical community botches it all the time. So why do the standards committees, the endocrinologists, say don't diagnose this with A1C? Because it's a hemoglobin measurement, and anything that impacts hemoglobin, like pregnancy, where in the world you're from, genetics like thalassemia, sickle cell, a bunch of things can impact it. Kidney disease and liver disease both impact that. But the most common reason that I see for an inaccurate A1C, artificially low. In fact, I see that in most of my long-term patients. So what's causing it? Well, they have significant insulin resistance, even full-blown diabetes. I have full-blown diabetes. My last A1C was 5.1? It's because I'm not eating carbs and I'm managing my lifestyle. So tell me the number of doctors in this country, the doctors that you have seen, if you're watching this channel, how many doctors that you have seen would have seen me as a patient, seen my A1C as 5.1, and still recognize there was a possibility that I'm a full-blown diabetic? That's the problem. So thank you so much for getting an OGTT. If I had one wish, it would be that everybody get one of these things.